Hello everyone, welcome to the 2025 and this will be the first case study of the year. Another Blue Hat video we have in this specific case study, and again I will be giving 3 or more unique suggestions that are not given in the earlier Blue Hat series episodes. This is a health SEO project and we were working like just for 6 months, for the last 6 months, and you see the 3 months of comparisons from impressions point of view and also from the clicks point of view. We achieved more than 600,000 extra clicks, and this website was in a negative ranking state. Negative ranking state means that the website actually lost multiple major Google core updates or spam updates and major core system updates. And when you usually actually lose these updates until there is another one, you keep losing rankings. What you can do in these type of situations is that you can, let's say, slow down the ranking drop, or you can try to reverse it slightly. In this example, we were able to actually bring the rankings to the 1 year earlier moment for this specific website, because this website has one fundamental problem in their system. They have probably over 20 million pages, and they keep opening new pages for any type of entity or any type of topic in their system. And most of the time, they open new pages for the queries that actually don't have any search demand. So the website here is about health. It is a programmatic SEO project, and I will explain you how technical SEO and the semantics in this case help for this specific project. By the way, I'm writing this actual holistic SEO case study, which means it's not a Blue Hat case study. It will be explained in a really detailed way from this concept to this one. And in this area, it directly says that if you didn't understand these concepts, it means that you are probably new to the holistic SEO. That's why I watch all these Blue Hat videos to learn actually what we mean in these sections. You know, in all these areas, you will see that actually we keep publishing new websites by giving their names, their search console graphics as well, directly from the first hand. And we also explain and give you the unique suggestions for free and publicly. If you watch these videos, you will also see multiple websites like this one, which is about the health industry in this case. And the website here is actually drstacey.com, which means doctor site. And this website actually was in this specific case study too. I just explained it slightly, but the results were very new there, as you can see from even this blurry image. And right now we got a stronger signal from the Google, and I wanted to just explain it based on some of the, let's say, query understanding perspectives. So if we come to our suggestions, I will keep it simple and quick as much as possible. First of all, whenever you are optimizing a project, create a programmable search engine just for that website. Come here and search for a topic, let's say cancer in this case. Check all the memory of Google actually for this specific subject and try to see what is your most related page for that specific topic. If you don't have a proper page for the root query, it will be a problem for you. In this case, this website actually has lots of different type of pages that compete with each other, or that these pages don't have any type of search demand for itself. That's why from search engine's point of view, the website actually is diluting page rank per web page, which means prominence per page is decreased and diluted. In the programmatic cases, sometimes when you publish all the pages suddenly, you will increase your rankings at the beginning, but eventually Google will hit hard back. So if the pages that you keep publishing don't have a proper value for the search engine, after a point your ranking gainings will be dropped. In this case, if you search for a disease name, these are some of the main attributes in this section. And in this case, this website has all the doctor and hospital variations for these disease topics, from city level, region level, or even type level as well. In this case, we have individual doctor pages, or best hospitals for X disease in, let's say, Z city pages, or private clinic pages for the specific disease in a specific city according to the every type, which causes us to create too many pages. That's why you need to actually calculate something that I call query relevance distance. If you create too many pages for, let's say, for the same query network, it will be a problem for you, because when you go too deep in the phrase taxonomy And if there is no heavy term in the query network, you will be creating all these programmatic pages for the same index in the eyes of the search engine, and especially if your website is not prominent and in the indexing tier 1. In this case, you will be actually losing the rankings. For these type of situations, if someone just searches like this, cancer, you will need to first actually create the symptoms, treatments, and the types of that specific thing pages. If the types attribute is too important for disease, it will need to be a separate different page, and you will need to multiply these two for every specific type. Whenever you rank for informational section, you will need to choose a representative from, let's say, commercial side, and you will need to link in that area. For this type of, let's say, semantic understanding, usually it is not just about creating a topical map and content briefs. Your content brief or understanding should also include visual semantics. This is something I call mock-up design. Usually I create this, and this mock-up design is turned into these type of Figma designs basically. And all this content has been written based on a specific type of topical map. I won't be able to show everything here, but basically for every disease, imagine that we create a different type of content brief. We connect them to each other. We design these pages from different, let's say, components or level of engagement. You will need to actually get multiple different angles in these pages, because it's not just about relevance, it is also about responsiveness. Someone might look at some information about the disease, but they might also want to ask questions. That's why this bottom area is about forum content. User directly submits the question and get the answer, which helps us to actually have the user-generated content and the forum angle and perspectives with experience. This section is for conversions, for getting the appointments for certain doctors, and this section is for video content, and their transcription also will be helping us to rank higher, while also we increase our rankings on YouTube angle too. And these sections are for information or informativeness. Also, we gather mails, and we directly actually form a community from the mails that we are also gathering in this angle as well. So the rankings also increase this main site, but also there is another language model. Also, it is increasing too. This latest drop is about the Christmas and New Year era. The important thing here is that these two websites were not using Hreflang between each other. Once you use the Hreflang, you should understand that both versions basically share the page rank and ranking signals, prominence signals with each other. It will again help you to increase your rankings. That's why sometimes if you are not able to get enough level of rankings in a region for a specific disease, you can get authority from another language and region, and you can reflect it back for your targeted region, especially by using these translations or, let's say, more historical data. I am trying to keep this concept simple as much as possible, and sometimes advanced people from my community complain about it. But still, the purpose of the Blue Hat videos is just giving you simple suggestions while also introducing some concepts. Once this article has been completed, basically you will be able to see more related sections, including indexing tiers from Prabhakar Rakaman, with further different type of, let's say, explanations for these type of concepts. So it will be easier then to communicate together. So another suggestion in this area is mainly about how to handle actually canonical URLs. It is not about how you use the canonicals, but it is something about how many URL actually you have. For instance, here on this website, you see all the old URLs that didn't get any proper clicks or something, and only for this we have like close to the 1 million pages, and in this we even have more. So in this case, you should understand that you will need to decrease amount of the pages that the search engine will need to be dealing with. That's why usually I start with the log file analysis for these type of programmatic sites, because even if you don't realize, the search engine might be spending huge amount of time for these type of bloated websites. For these sites, you will definitely need actual average response time lower than 100 milliseconds. And again, if you look at to do, let's say, ranking state change, it is correlated with the crawl stats as well, because these numbers averagely were way much lower as well. One another thing is that especially check this JSON section. If the Google doesn't need to see any JSON file from your website, just block Googlebot for that. as much as possible. Try to focus on the search engine to the HTML section as much as possible. The good thing here is that they discover more content lately while they are using this other agent type, which is about mainly research. If it is coming for your website, it means that actually they are trying to understand your website further. But if you look at here in this section, they stop crawling with the other user agent after a point, which should actually be digged in. But for now, I am not active for this project. I'm just explaining the 6 months of quick fixes for the project. And another part here is that sometimes try to use the site operator with the in title, put a topic, and again check these URLs with the Hrefs toolbar or a different type of tools, let's say toolbar like mouse or whatever you want, like these ones. Try to see whether there is enough level of search demand or not. Here we actually search for a disease name, but the disease name is also appearing like a people's name as well, and there are multiple people with very similar names. So this is about query term. Let me write here, query term weight calculation. If none of the words in the query is heavy or important enough, after a point actually you will realize that even if there is a query, it's not clear what the query means. Which person is meant is not that clear. In these type of situations, you will need to actually find a way of connecting search engine crawlers to, and also their understanding algorithms to your web pages from a different angle. If you look at my mockup design in this section, you will see that actually we are merging different type of functions and also attributes. If you look for the hospitals or doctors, we have it. If you want to ask a question, we have it. If you want to just join a community, we have it. If you want to take appointment or if you want to learn something, again, we actually have it in the video form, audio form, and also text form with different type of, let's say, in-page sticky navigation and page segmentation as well with unique images. So when you have these segmentation, whatever the person actually searches, one of these, we always have these connections. If you realize that the disease is not popular, in this case, all these three will go in the same page. In some situations, you don't need to open a page for every city even. If you look at the case study here, you will see there is an example based on the chiropractors, and it explains you for which cities actually you should be opening a page or which cities you should be skipping it. And in this case, actually, with the 15th of the August core update, the website started to slightly recover, and in December, November, there were other core updates, and we were able to slightly reverse it, or let's say relatively in a stronger way, we were able to reverse the negative ranking state. Again, if you want to understand what the ranking state is, try to check these two videos. It will explain it to you directly. There are a few more sections that actually I want to explain about this specific project. One of them is, if you are in the health industry, I suggest you to actually perform a simple, let's say, a simple check like this. This will be in Turkish, but this means actually research. And if you look at your website, you should understand how many different type of researches you actually have in your site. If I go for WebMD, for instance, and if I search for the research, in this section, you will see different type of researches, especially inside the content, and they will keep actually annotating these researches like research studies. If I go for the study, you will see a similar section here as well. Again, a new study has linked or something else like that. If you have more researchers, research names, or other type of sections in your website, it will help you to actually increase your rankings, especially in the health industry as well. Because when it comes to the health, you have to bind your declarations and statements to the actual researchers as much as possible. If you want to learn further, I suggest you to join our topical authority course, because especially for the health industry, there are example websites in this case. Still, we keep publishing new stage talks to the course in the 2.0 module. If you want, you can also join our newsletter and our communities. Today, I will be also announcing one of the SEOs. Again, many people actually publish their success stories with holistic SEO. You can check this pin. Only some of them are here. We are actually coming to the nearly 300 success shares. And I would like to promote here Adrian Dabrowiecki. I hope I am not butchering your name. Many thanks for your citation. And there are many other people. I will put others to the next video. For now, I am a little bit tight on the time. This is the first day of the year. And I want to, before the closing, I want to also mention this person. There was a Palestinian hacker who actually breached the Meta's security systems. And in this new year, I want to tell you that you don't need luxurious brands, you don't need fancy setups actually. You just need to read and do the hard work, but you don't need famous people to give you, let's say, appreciation or external validation. And you don't need expensive gadgets to actually, let's say, go for your next level. In 2025, I suggest everyone to actually just focus on the growth rather than, let's say, following other people's footsteps. I can tell you that when I hired my 20th employee, I was still living in a small room. And today we are managing a 40,000 people community. Our newsletter exceeded 20,000 people. Actually, just today it's coming even to the 21,000. Our YouTube channel also became like 21,000 as well. We are going in another level. Soon I will be also announcing the Holistic SEO conference in Istanbul. Probably when I publish this case study, you will see more details about these health projects, including Velzo and others too. I suggest you to stay tuned. And also these projects we will do soon. We will be doing actually an interview, because Strike That Money became cash positive. Even if it didn't publish anything in the last 1.5 years, it keeps growing as well. And maybe in 2025, I'll be doing more organized videos with everyone. For now, my people, I need to end this video. I love you all and see you the next time. Thank you so much.